Hello everyone, I am Zrul. I'll be your conductor for today's Train Recommend episode. Welcome to Hex Shards of Fate Alpha. Today is going to be the introductory video for what I'm going to be calling my Deck of the Week series. Let me go ahead and introduce the concept to you, and then we'll dive right into this. To give you all a little bit of background information myself, I've played a lot of card games over the years. I've played a little bit of Magic over the years. I've played a lot of Legend of the Five Rings, the old Decipher Star Wars game and Star Trek game and so forth. I'm one of those players who likes to build combos. One of my favorite decks of all time was years ago when I was playing Legend of the Five Rings, where I had built a infinite combo deck before it was changed to be made impossible. And I was able to find like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 different ways for the deck to go infinite. I even found one in the middle of a tournament. So those kinds of things are what really interest me and grab my attention. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to define a deck concept to you here, and then once we do that, I'm going to go through my building process with you. Once the building of the deck is done, then we're going to go ahead and jump into some AI games, and I'm going to show you a full AI game and then some highlights from several others. The way my testing is going to work is we're going to start off playing 5 games versus the AI. This will give me a good general idea for how the draws work and that kind of thing. After that's done, we'll make some modifications to the deck, and then over the course of an episode or 2, we'll play the deck versus other live people over the course of the week. We'll make some final modifications, and then we'll go from there. Additionally, I will show you'll see a full card list in the screen here, as well as in the comments about what we have put together. So I hope you all have enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions about anything, deck construction ideas, themes, etc., please drop them in the comments. Let me know, and I'll be glad to answer what I can for you, and we'll see if we have some interesting ideas. We'll tackle that in the future. So let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, the name of the deck is Crushing Acceleration, and let's go to the cards. This is what is going to make up the core idea of the deck I wanted to start off with here. This is the Honeycap. 4-cost card. When it enters play, it's +1/+1 for every green threshold you have. So we should be looking at a minimum of a 4/4 for 4, since it's going to be a monocolored deck. To help accelerate it, we're going to have Chlorophylla, which will give us 2 extra resources a turn there, extra threshold. And then the Howling Brave, which gives us another threshold, and can tap to give us 1. Can exhaust to give us 1 resource during that 1 turn. I'm going to throw 23 wild shards in, which I think should be a good mix. And then we're going to go and add a few troops that have the crush ability built in. We're going to throw in 4 Feral Ogres, because it is just simply a 3/2 for 3 with Crush. Crush is where if it is blocked, any damage that would above what would kill the opponent would simply go to and hit the champion. We're going to throw in 4 Wild Auras, and then we're going to throw in a couple of Onslaughts. This gives us +3/+3, and everything gets Crush. This is just simply +2/+2 and permanent Crush. Now, we've got a Roostasar, which we could actually see here, sacrifice this troop. Yeah, exhaust troops. So we'll throw in these. This also can get Crush. The 6/4 Tyrannosaurus, following the Crush theme. And there is the Fist. Actually, that would probably do better than the Tyrannosaurus for the same cost. Yeah, let's do the Fist instead. 6 cost, 7/7 Crush, Invincible, must attack every turn. That should not be a problem. Alright, so we've got... Yep, it's still not sorting the bottom grouping here. Alright, so we've got our 2 drop, 4 drop, 2 drops, a 1 drop, a 4 drop, and a 6 drop. We need to get a few more cards added into the mix here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 20. So a third of the deck is creatures. And let's go ahead and bring this out here. And let's look through a few of these other cards that we can add on there. I want to get another 1 drop, I think. There is the Quick Ronin. The Pack Raptor. Pack Raptor's not a bad one. This just gives us 2 runs to the litter. That would work. That would mix well with our Roostosaur. Sacrifice to gain health equal to its that's good. That's simply a 1/2. Alright, let's do 3 Fields of Poppies, 4 Pack Raptors, because they'll actually just add to the deck. Alright, so here is Crushing Acceleration. 23 Wild Shards, 4 Howling Braves, 4 Pack Raptors, 4 Succulent Roostosaurs, 4 Feral Ogres, 4 Honeycaps, 4 Chlorophylla, 4 Howling Brave, 4 Fist of Bragadon, 3 Fields of Poppies, and 2 Onslaughts and 4 Wild R's. So let's save the deck. And then save it one more time to make sure it goes through. There we go. And I'll see you over at the AI. Alright, here we are versus the AI. It looks like this is going to be kind of a mirror match. And this is, I'm the one who gets to start this out. Howling Brave, Feral Ogre, 3 of these. No, let's keep our hand. Alright, so we're just going to pass and let him end his turn. Goes over to our pet phase. That's not what I wanted to see. Alright. And so I now have 2 of those, but only 1 resource itself. Pass priority, end phase. Holiness's turn. There's his ogre. Two, there we go. Here, you can I can play an ogre also. Nope, I'm not attacking. I'll trade ogres with you, but I'm not going to attack. Actually, I'm probably not even going to trade ogres. Yeah, I think this deck is... this is kind of what I'd based my deck around when I was playing the computer. I liked the concept, so this is what we're going with there. Go ahead and hit me. I'll allow it. And... Alright, my main phase. More resources. So, let us play one of these. And then we'll just attack for 4. We'll trade next turn. Yep, there goes accelerating again. Pass my... There we go. Now assign defenders. Blocking him. Passing priority. And... Interesting. I thought the 1 damage should have... I guess it did. I guess it did apply to me. Yep, that's right. My turn. Yep, more resources. Alright, well, let's see here. Let's give him even more size. Pass priority, apply it to him. There we go, 5-4. And let's attack with everyone. Pass priority. That's a T-Rex. I didn't need to see that. 8 charges to make a Squirrel Titan. Alright, my main phase is done. Alright, let's trade T-Rex versus my... Yep, let's trade. Yep, 4 damage to him, 1 damage to that. Yep, that was working correctly. Yep, he's bowing my person. Because computer does silly things like that at times. This is an impressive turn. On 2 more turns, we'll get a Squirrel Titan. Up there is a 7/7 Gigantosaur dinosaur. Come on, give me a card. Oh, sweet. Well, here's a 7/7 Shroom. That's what we're talking about. 8/8. That's right, we have 8 resources. Perfect. No one's attacking. Top deck that at just the right instance. Whoa. Let's try that again. Apparently that is all glitched. Well, let's let it hit play and then we'll see if you can view it. There we go. So it starts at a 2/2 and it just keeps getting bigger. Okay. Give me a good card. No. But... Come on, Mammoth. Crush. That's a 6/6 with Crush. Must attack every turn. Okay, so now note that that's a 6/6. It'll just die to him. But that's acceptable since, yeah. Alright. Let us attack with him. So if he blocks with either one of them, they're going to die. But if he blocks with both, I should be able to pick and choose what I kill. Yep, there we go. That's what I was expecting. That was a stupid waste of resources. But I'll take it. Pass priority. He's got a Howling Brave out. That's fine. I'll sacrifice my 1 Howling Brave to your dinosaur. Come on, give me... Yeah, interesting. Alright. Get another one of those. We'll sit back and absorb the attack from the dinosaur over there. Yep, I should have attacked with both. Oh well, that was my mistake. I forgot to read the health. I could have tapped him and attacked with both in one, but oh well. 10? What does he tap that for? Oh well. That is game, my good friend. Yep, Block either of those, please. Doesn't matter which. Game over. Alright, there's our first game against the computer. So here's the general idea then, is you accelerate to bigger and bigger creatures using Crush to get through the opponent's defenses, still do a little bit of damage, trading if necessary, and using your boosts and stuff. Making your Shroomkins really big as well there. So, alright, I'm going to do a few more plays with this off camera, and I'll be back with some conclusions after we're done. Alright, time for the after game analysis. I have played this deck against the computer 5 or 6 times, and a few things have stood out. First, Honeycap is a really good card when you're playing in a monocolor deck. I don't think this would work very well in a multicolor deck, but with single shard types, it is working well for me. That in combination with the Howling Brave for the extra resources and the Chlorophylla for the extra resources has worked really well. Pack Raptors I'm not so happy about. They're cheap, but they clog the deck when they come into play. So if you're not building a deck around them, I'm not going to use them. Wild R did fairly well. It actually gave my Honeycaps Crush when I needed it, so that's a decent card. Onslaught I never played once. I always had better things to use the resources for. This was one of them. The Fist of Bragadon is incredible if you have the resources to play it. It takes 6 cost. Basically, only playing in a monocolor deck. I mean, look at that threshold requirement. 6 threshold. But when it hits the table, it's a 7/7 with Crush, and it is invincible, which means it cannot be destroyed and it cannot take damage. It's insane. Let's see here. So the Field of Poppies works very well. I probably wouldn't put any more than 3 of them in my current deck, but it did work very well, assuming that I know how to play with them properly. They can be used on the defensive, or when you're attacking, after you assign your attackers, then you proceed to use Field of Poppies to have all of his small people exhausted there. I didn't do a whole lot with Field of Ogres, but they're just there pretty much to fill a small spot there. The Succulent Rooster Star, I didn't do a whole lot with, to be completely honest. In theory, it can be good, but I think it would work better with a Shin Hair deck, so I'm going to take those out as well. Alright, so we have basically 10 cards left in our 60-card deck to play around with. I'm going to go ahead and replace the Onslaughts with a couple of Ambershire Instigators here. So, Crush, it's a 2/4, which means when it attacks, it becomes a 4/4, and then a 6/4, and so forth. So it's self-pumping. We'll put 2 of those in for now. Let's delete this option here. And then let's go ahead and look through some of these cards about some possible things that could help there. Alright, let's see here. We could go with a Cottontail Ronin, which does have Rage. It is cheap, and it would not clog up the deck there. We don't need to worry about that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make a few quick decisions. I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so here is my final decision. So the majority of the changes, what we did is we now have 2 of the Ambershire Instigators in here for 5 cost. I've got 2 of the Moonery. I've got 2 of the Rabbit Sensei, which is cheap. The main reason I'm pulling him is because he draws a card. He's probably just be sacrificial fodder. I'm also running for 1-drop 3 charge bots, which when they enters play gain a charge to help me get to the squirrel quicker. The squirrel is the 6/6. The power this gives you, you generate a 6/6 squirrel with Crush that attacks every turn. I think. Well, 6/6 with Crush nonetheless there. So that is our deck. Let's save it. Twice. And then here's the breakdown. We have 4 charge bots. Let's see if I actually sort by name. Nope. Or number. Nope. 23 wild shards, 2 Ambershire Instigators, 4 Chlorophylia, 4 Fel Ogres, 3 Field of Poppies, 4 Frists of Brigadon, 4 Honeycaps, 4 Howling Braves, 4 Rabbit Senseis, and 4 Wild R's. So that is the build at the end of this first part here of Deck of the Week, Crushing Acceleration. So we will, starting the next episode, we'll start playing these versus live people, and we'll see how this goes. And we will adjust our decks as such. So, hope you all have enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions, post them in the comments. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day, everyone.